Hi everyone. Today we are going to go into two-step equations. So two-step equation is kind of difficult, so I'm going to divide this topic into two lessons. So I will have a part one and also have a part two. Okay, lesson two is part one. Lesson three is part two. Okay, so let's go into the basic first. Well, by going to basic, we kind of need to go back a little bit into talk about the reverse operation. Um, so if you remember BODMAS, so bracket, order, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so that's for normal operation. So we go from top to bottom, you do bracket, order, multiplication, division, and then subtraction and addition. But since we're talking about reverse operation, we go opposite direction as well. Okay, so since we talk about opposite, let's have a look at a few examples here. Okay, so 2m plus 1. Okay, 2m plus 1 is 2 times m plus 1. So you got multiplication and addition there. So for normal operation, obviously we do the times, but since we're doing reverse, we get rid of the plus first. What's opposite of plus? Minus. Okay, and then we got 2 times the same. 2 times is the same as times 2. What's the opposite of times 2? Divide by 2. Okay, so this is how reverse operation is going to go. So opposite of BODMAS. Okay, the next one again we take away minus first because minus is first before multiplication. So we plus 2 and then we divide by 5. Okay, similar to the rest. This one is similar too. We got plus 3 here. We take away the plus 3. Opposite is minus 3. And then 7 times x. The opposite of times is divide. Yeah, similar to this one. So we plus 4 first. And then we divide by 9. Okay. Let's go into something a little bit harder. Okay, so those things are cut off slightly harder because they cut off in the different order as well. So let's have a look at 6 m here. Now we got 6 plus 3x. Well, if we similar to previously, we probably just minus 2x here. Do the opposite here. Do the opposite of plus 3x. But we want to keep this 3x, so we want to move the thing in the front. Now, 6 doesn't have any sign in front of it. That means it's plus. Okay, positive means plus. So if we want to remove the plus 6, we need to do the opposite of plus 6, which is minus 6. The plus sign we keep it because we remove it because plus also mean positive, so it's positive 3x, so we don't really need to write the plus at the front. So 3x is 3 times x here. Opposite of times 3 is divided by 3. Okay, this one, the next one is quite similar because we want to keep the group on the right hand side, so we want to remove the 7 here. There's invisible plus there, so we minus 7 as the opposite. And then m over 2 is the same as m divided by 2. So m opposite divided by 2 is times 2. So we got that. Okay. A lot of those will be easy, but you know what? Let's go through them together. Yeah, just in case. So opposite plus minus 2 is plus 2. And opposite divided by 5 is times 5. Okay. This one is a little bit weird because we got a plus 7 over 3. Now, if in the fraction, if the top and bottom got more than one terms, we basically is the same as having a bracket there. Now, having a bracket and a division, normal operation we would do the bracket first, but we're doing reverse, so we're doing we get rid of the divide by 3 first. What's the opposite of divide by 3? Times 3. Okay. Now we got a plus 7 left. Then we can just get rid of 7 by minus 7. Okay. Similar to this one, again, this is invisible bracket, so we times 5 plus 2. Okay. This one is tricky. Okay. So again, we got a plus 7, plus invisible. We want to get rid of that. We do minus. Now, before we got a positive in front of the 3x. We got the positive in front of 3x. Then we keep it. We got negative in front of 3x. We also keep it because the plus 3x, we kind of ignore the plus because we normally positive, we don't write positive at front, but negative we do write negative at front. So that's why we have this one here. Okay, negative 3x behind it. Well, negative 3x is the same as negative 3 times x. So to do the reverse operation, we need to divide by negative 3. Okay. I put a bracket, which is formal writing. I don't actually need to write divide. So yeah. Okay. Now that next one is quite similar. You can pause this video and give it a go first. Okay. Now again, we got a inversible plus, so we do minus 8. Okay. Now we got negative 2p. So negative 2 times p, opposite of times negative 2 is divided by negative 2. Okay, that's what you got. That's what that is. Now the last one is the hardest here. Okay. I'm just kind of ignoring the last two. I will write it again on the bottom. Okay. So 5 minus x over 3. Now again, we got invisible plus here, so we need to get rid of that. Okay, so get rid of my plus 5, so use reverse operation with minus 5. Okay, so we got x over 3. Now you still have a negative sign, but the negative sign you can put on top or bottom, doesn't matter. So I'm going to put on the bottom just to make it a little bit easier to understand. Okay, you can put on top, or you can put on bottom, or you can just put on left hand side, like what yeah, that doesn't really matter that much. Okay, this is probably the most confusing part, but after this everything's easy. Okay, so x divided by negative 3, what's opposite divided by negative 3? Times negative 3. Whoopsie. Times negative 3. Now if we times negative 3 here, then we got x left. Okay, if you understand this part, you're basically okay with two-step equations. Okay. Now this lesson we're going to do is a little bit simple two-step equation, and next lesson we're going to do a little bit more involving fractions, like what we're doing here. Okay. Now, first thing first. Again, we need to solving equation. We do inverse BODMAS. So we got plus here. If we want to bring that to the outside, we will become minus. So 2n, keep it as what it is, and 13 we didn't touch it, so we keep it as what it is, and then plus become minus. Okay, so 2n equals to 13 minus 3 is 10. Well, normally in this step is similar to what we did last lesson. We could do reverse operation, but some of the question like this is really easy to guess what that number is, because 2 times 5 is 10, so we know that n is 5. Okay, some of the question we can guess, but some of those we couldn't. The more you do, the easier for you to guess. So it's up to you. You can do reverse operation too. I'll show you in the next question. Okay, so again, plus 2 on the move to the other side, we got 3p equals to 20, plus 2 become minus 2, 3p equals to 18. Okay, now 3 times p, opposite of times 3 is divided by 3. Yeah, p is 18 divided by 3. P is 6. Okay, you can also get 3 times 6 is 18, so again p is 6 here. So that's the case 2. And make sure you write the solution as a final. Don't just write 3 times 6 is 18. No one read that p is 6. Okay. Now next one. 7a equals to 17 minus 3. We're to move this over. 7a equals to 14. A equals to 2. Yeah. Now, that's a few questions. I'm pretty sure you guys can do that. Pause the video and give it a go. Once you're done, the answer is here. Okay, cool. Now, let's do one more, a little bit more different. Okay, first one. Remember, we do have the invisible plus there. So move the invisible plus to the other side. Is 3t equals 17 minus 2. 3t equals to 15. T equals to 5. Okay. Now, a few things happened there. There is invisible plus there, and then that plus, well, plus we can make it invisible as well. So we got like 3. We didn't carry the plus down because plus mostly invisible. Yep, that's what that is. Now, the next field will be quite simple. I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to go ahead and work on J. Okay, J again. It is invisible plus. Now again we got plus and then times here. So if reverse operation, we do get rid of plus first. We move to the outside. Now negative we stay as negative. Well, positive stays positive as well, but we don't write the positive. But negative obviously we keep it indicate as negative. So negative 7k. Okay, 10 still the same. Plus 17, opposite plus 17 is minus 17. Okay, so negative 7k equals to 10 minus 17. You probably want to put in calculator, but the answer is negative 7. Okay, so now negative 7k is negative 7 times k. So if you want to get rid of the negative 7, whoopsie. Yeah, obviously I can erase it, but it just defeats the purpose. Okay, so if you want to move that to the other side, now opposite of times negative 7 is divided by negative 7. Okay, negative 7 divided by negative 7. Anything divided by 7 is 1, so k is 1. Okay, or you can type in calculator if you prefer it, but yeah, that's how you do it. I'm going to give you one more example here. So again, the invisible plus, move to the other side, we got negative 4y left. We didn't touch that, so we keep it like that. 6 left. Okay, now this term plus 30 move to the other side, become minus 30. So negative 4y equals to 6 minus 30 is negative 24. You can check with your calculator. Now removing the negative 4 to the other side is negative 4 times y. It's not negative 4. Don't confuse with negative 4 plus y and then you just change negative 4 to plus. That doesn't work that way. Okay, so it's negative 4 times y. That means the reverse would be negative 4. Would be divided by negative 4. Okay, yeah. So y as it is, negative 24 here. Negative 4 times y, opposite is divide by negative 4. Okay. Oopsie. Y is 6. Okay. All right. If you have a few more questions, give it a go. Once you're done, here's the solution. Okay. Hopefully you're good with that. I give you 2 questions for homework. Okay. So this one should be quite similar to what we did earlier. Now just one thing here. Some of the questions they probably put the number in front and then the letter on the other side. It's not really a big deal. I'm going to give you one example here. Let's do O. Okay, so we got 10 equals to 4 minus 2a. Again, this invisible plus here. We move this to the other side. Okay, so 10 opposite plus 4 is minus 4 equals to we didn't touch the negative, so it stayed there. Okay, negative 2a. 10 minus 4 is 6 equals to negative 2a. Now if you want to move the negative 2 to the other side, it's negative 2 times a. Opposite times negative 2 is divided by negative 2. So 6 divided by negative 2 equals to a. 6 that's -3 equals to a. Okay. It doesn't matter where the letter is. It can be excuse me. It can be left hand side or right hand side. Doesn't matter. Okay. For those who want slightly more challenge, I also have this question here. This one you will need to leave the solution as a fraction. So I give one example here. So for a, 2x plus 3 equals 4, yeah. Well, according to reverse operation, we move the plus first, okay? So 2x equals to 4 minus 3. Opposite plus 3 is minus 3, okay? So 2x equals to 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 times x, opposite of 2 times x is 2 times x is the same as x times 2. Opposite of times 2 is divided by 2. So equals 1 divided by 2. That means is x equals to 1 over 2, yeah. 1 divided by 2 is 1 over 2, yeah. We leave the solution as fraction. Okay, we don't change to decimal. Okay, so this is the challenge homework. So for most of us, just doing homework is fine. For those a little bit more challenging, to do the challenge question. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.